is happening? Uh-oh. Is the sweater blocking? Are you supervising? Okay, sounds good. Good morning. I am still in bed. Well, I've been blocking a sweater and knitting a sweater. So I'm just hanging out in bed watching Vlogmases and knitting right now. I also did a little bit of editing on my Vlogmases that were put up on YouTube. I took all of I had a tree as the picture for my Vlogmases, but I changed those all to just screenshots. I like the screenshots better, I feel like. And if I had a different kind of background or whatever, I think that would have been, I don't know. I just took it off. So I'm working on a sweater and it's coming along very nicely. I am on the decreases. It is a Skaha sweater. And I'm working on the decreases, the raglan decreases, which I love the way they look. I love how defined they are in this sweater. It makes my heart really, really happy about that. So I have I think I have 9 rows left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rows. So 9. Yeah, I think 9. Total of 18 rows, I think, is what I have, or 17 left to do. Total rounds. And then I will be down to the collar. So this is definitely going to get done today because I'm going to focus on getting this done. And then I'm going to cast another one on. I don't know if I'll get to casting it on today or not, but yeah, I can't wait to have these off the needles. I can't talk about them much because sometimes my kids watch the Vlogmas, and kids, if you're watching the Vlogmas, turn it off because I can't talk about the stuff. So sidebar, I did finish those fingerless mittens last night. I wove in the ends. I was up till it took me probably till 11 to get it all done and everything trimmed and everything. And I put them beside the bed, and when she woke up, it was the first thing she saw, and she was so happy, and she put them on, and I don't think she's taken them off since, so she loves them. I'll put in a picture and show you because I don't think I'll be able to get my hands on them again. Unless they need to be repaired at some point. Excuse me. Just talk through a yawn. So yeah, I'm going to get back to knitting this. Oh, I wanted to say, don't forget to hit the bell beside the subscribe button, because then you get notified when my videos go up. All of them go up, like the podcast and the tutorials and any other vlogs or videos that I have on my channel. Because the podcast is just one portion of what I want the channel to be. The tutorials are just one portion of the channel. So I want to have a lot of different content on the channel, and I'm really thinking about what I want that to look like, or how that will look and how it'll fit in with what I'm doing over at Patreon as well. So I'm going to get back to knitting, and then I will show you the blocking of the sweater. It's still soaking right now, so I'll show you the final blocking of it when it's done soaking. So I did it. I got it done. It's off the needles. I just have to do the underarm grafting now, and then weave in all of the ends and block it. But it's done, and I'm really happy with it. It's so pretty. And now I'm going to go finish blocking the other one. So today we went out and we did a little bit of impromptu Christmas shopping, and I got a little Christmas decoration for my tree because last year at Halloween this is what I dressed up as, and I feel like this is who I channel. This is Wonder Woman. So I don't carry a lasso around, but Wonder Woman is going on my tree to represent the girl power in our house and wonderful, strong women. So let's put it on the tree. Let's put you right there, Wonder Woman. There she is. Tonight I'm going to be weaving in the ends on the light purple sweater that I knit, the Skaha. And then I'm going to be casting on another one because I like to do something matching each year. And I don't think I did. The only thing that I did matching last year was our Christmas Eve pajamas, and I didn't knit those. So, but each year before that, I've tried to do something matching for the kids for something knitted. And so this year, that's what I'm doing. And so I have another one to knit out of this. It's the Drops Charisma. This is going to be the next one that I knit. Then I have another one to knit in the Drops Merino Extra Fine in this dark purple. And then I have another one to knit in, we have 2 weeks till Christmas, so I gotta get knitting. And I have the final one in this Manos del Uruguay Alegria Grande Super Wash. And this one is 75% wool, 25% polyamide. Yeah, and it's very pretty. So there's enough yarn here for 3 more Skaha sweaters that I'm going to work on. Hopefully I can get them done. I'm trying to do them in order. I started with the first one was the smallest that I just blocked today. And then I'm going up, but the one that is in this size is going to be one of the smallest sizes as well. So all coming along. I just have to sit down and get my knit on and really focus on the knitting that needs to be done. And then actually after Christmas, I'm going to take a break from Christmas to the new year from posting anything on my channel. I'm just going to take a hiatus break. And during that time, I'm going to try and get all of like my website and everything ready to like launch for January is what I'm hoping. But also during that time, I'll be like pre-recording tutorials and stuff to have them banked in the system and like ready to come out. So that's what that seems like it's going to be. Tonight we are going to watch some movies. I've been watching The Mandalorian, which I've been really enjoying, but it's rated PG-14. So not everybody in the house gets to watch it. So I've been watching it by myself. And I'm going to, we're going to watch something that's friendly for the entire family tonight, which is probably either a Christmas show or we've been watching Fuller House. And just because it's really easy, it's easy watching. It doesn't use a lot of brain power to watch that show. Yeah, so I'm going to get back to the knitting. I got gifts today for my ex-husband's parents. I love them so much, and I'm really glad that they're still in our lives, which is amazing. So I picked up their gifts today, and I'll be sending them up to them pretty soon. I think we have a couple more things to add, and they both really appreciate my knitting. So I might see if I can find something knitted to send up to them as well. yeah, I might just knit something quickly for both of them as well, like a new toque or something. The toque that I knit for my ex's dad, he's loved it so much. He wears it every single winter since I knit it for him. Probably, it was probably 2014, so 6 years ago, or 2015, 5 years ago. It's been 5 or 6 years, but he loves it. And I've knit them both colorwork sweaters, which they've really loved and worn. And every Christmas when they would come down, they'd wear their knitted sweaters that I knit them, which is super cute. And I've knit my ex's mom like shawls and stuff, and she just is so appreciative and just loves it so much that I feel like it's a blessing for me to give knitted items to them because they enjoy them so much. Oh, and there's another thing. I donated to it's called Hunting Auction for Haley. And there's a girl who, her mom, I know her mom from like my hometown Vanderhoof, from where I was born and raised, which is the center of British Columbia, Canada. And Haley is a little girl who developed a really rare form of cancer. It's a neurological cancer, and there's a tumor at the base of her skull where it meets her spine, in that area. I don't know all of the details, but we have universal health care in Canada, which means that when you require surgery, you get surgery. But because of the kind of cancer it is, there's only specific doctors that have specialized in it, and these ones are in the States. So the surgery hospital part for her to have the surgery was about $250,000. And the medical system said no, they weren't going to pay for that. So a mutual friend of Haley's family and mine, he started this auction, which is super cool. Tons of things have happened in this auction. Like the man who wrote Summer of '69 wrote out the lyrics and donated it for this auction as well. And the Summer of '69 is actually based on Vanderhoof, where I grew up. So if you've heard the Summer of '69, that's my hometown they're talking about, which is super, super cool. But it was auctioned off, and it went for a few thousand. And Haley donated a guitar, and the guitar auctioned for $25,000 or something like that. It was at least $20,000 it auctioned for. And I don't sell my knitted items because it's just, you understand, because of the kind of yarn we use and the amount of time and that goes into each item, people wouldn't be able to necessarily afford it. Like, your target market is like a higher end market. So like when people are like, hey, can you knit me that shawl, that beautiful shawl over there? Like, how much would that cost? And, and you're like, well, if you count my time and how much yarn is in it, let's just look at the yarn first. It's this much just for the yarn, and then add in the time. They're like, oh, yeah, sorry about bugging you today. So anyway, I donated one of my shawls to the auction. The total value of the shawl including knitted time and the kind of yarn that went into it was about, I'd say, around $400. And that is exactly why it's so difficult to sell items unless they're knit from yarn that's like bulk acrylic, mass-produced stuff, right? So this shawl was auctioned off it sold for, I think it was $220 is what the final price was, which I am so stoked about because that's $220 closer to their goal. So what happened is there was a lot of media attention was drawn to it because there have been multiple famous people involved in this auction as well, donating things. But it has been like this big movement across BC and Alberta because it's the north and it's very connected. And so it got a lot of media attention, and the government of BC, they reversed their ruling on covering her surgery, so her surgery is now covered. So that's a huge weight off the family's shoulders. I feel like I'm gonna cry. So her surgery's covered, and so now they're just raising money to support the family while they have to be in the States. I can't remember what city it is. It starts with a P. But the family has to be off work, and they have to be in the States and like rent a place to stay while Haley's recovering from surgery. So it's this massive thing that is just so beautiful. It's on Facebook, so if you're interested, it is a group on Facebook. But you need to be invited to it, I believe. So if you can't find it, I don't know what it would look like from the perspective of somebody who isn't a friend of the guy running it. So if you are interested in donating or like looking at what is for auction and you want to take part, then you can. I have my fairy little page on Facebook, and you can go in there and you can private message me, and I will send you an invite to the group. Yeah, it's amazing. They have already made over $100,000 for this little girl's care. She's 12 years old. She's the same age as my youngest, and I am just over the moon for them that so many people are coming out to support, and that this is going to be covered, and that it's happening so close to Christmas is just, it's all a huge, massive miracle for her. So, yeah, if you want to take part, then that's the way you can. And, yeah, so I'm just going to find a project bag to put my next color yarn into, and I am going to take the little bit of gifts that I purchased up to my room and put them away. And yeah, so I'll check in with you in a bit. Okay. So I got the sweater complete, ends are all woven in. Now it just needs to be blocked and dried, and it will be all done. And I ended up casting on another one. So got the ribbing just started. I'm 3 rows in, I think. I'm on my 3rd row. So it's coming along swimmingly, and we have now watched a lot of episodes of Fuller House tonight, and I'm going to say goodnight here, and I'll see you tomorrow, and I hope you have a good night.